Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash.
They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it.
Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all. Keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Keep the flow.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. Watch the safety creep. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Franklin. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Okay, ready? 45. Check my 45. Twist. Hatchet. Check.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Jim. Pick the edge. Let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
60 out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready, set. 45 to Mike. Man, I got you.
2nd and 13. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Check 3. Switch. Ready.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check right. SOS.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On 1st and 10, King. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 3. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Here we go. Set. 8, read. Here we go. Under crunch. Kill. 5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, King. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return will stop right around the 25. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
36.
On 1st down, Coleman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check. Fresno. He's coming. Double up.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's the right side here, complete. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Broncos nothing.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw is King, operating from the gun. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch the action. It's a 6. Pull it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. King from the gun, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
Check, crunch. Check the backer. Hey, switch gears.
Now Balaj. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Spons, hit it.
They'll drop the throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good. Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Second and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check.
Looking to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
Check 24. Check 24. Out. Check. Lucky fire.
Here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 47-yard line.
Got it. 56. Mike, 56. No gain on this defense. No gain. Share. Watch the shift. Here go.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
But remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he's all the way into the end zone. And so much for losing the lead with the 2 points there. This game's back to even. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Bills out to an early lead against the Patriots. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 50.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and a give to Lindsey. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
What we got?
From the gun, King. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll set up to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 36 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
They're running it. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Safe. Rush in. Kill. Ready.
Coleman now. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the curl. Big Ed. Check 13.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd and short.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Okay, ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check 43. Check. Five.
Balaj. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
King now, throwing on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here's King on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now King on 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. King. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Second and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. They are in the 4th in Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is King, operating from the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The end result, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. The 14-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
First and 10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Rip right. Check.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Check safety. Check three.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Coleman. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
Here's 2nd and 8. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Joker. Shit.
They'll drop the throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.